What is up, my veggies? My name is Super GX, and welcome back to another movie review. Today we are reviewing Marvel's New Mutants.
Dude, what the heck are you doing? Get over! What are you doing? Dude, no, this is my channel! And you stole my intro? What the heck are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
I'm taking over, man.
No, you're reviewing. What are we reviewing? New Mutants, bro. I was gonna review New Mutants. You're not just gonna take over my channel and try reviewing a movie without me.
I need the views.
No. You're not just gonna take my channel and review a movie that I was planning on reviewing. What is wrong with you, man? Okay. What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are going to be reviewing Marvel's New Mutants. See, that's how you do it. That's how you do this.
Mine was better.
Tell us down in the comments who did it better. Okay, so in all seriousness, we are reviewing Marvel's New Mutants. We actually saw this a month ago.
Right.
And it was one of the first new movie I got to see in theaters since the pandemic started. Now, it's not the first movie I saw in theaters since since I saw Sonic way back when. No, since I saw the Impractical Jokers movie way back when. Because I went out and saw they were showing Hocus Pocus in theaters, and I saw that the day before. And then the following day, me and him went and saw the New Mutants. We talked about it over the podcast and everything. I wanted to see it and everything like that. And I hope the movie's fresh enough still in my mind that I can talk enough about it. Because it's been a little while since we've seen it. So it would have been really good if we could have went and saw it again.
Yeah.
But it's still playing at our local movie theater. It's not at our mall's movie theater.
Right.
Get off your cell phone! It's like when you're at the movies, you don't get on your cell phone when you review.
I was trying to write a quick script real quick.
No, you're not gonna freaking take over my channel. So today we're gonna be reviewing this movie. So right off the bat, I was gonna let Paul take the lead on this review, but he already tried to take over my channel. So I'm gonna take the lead, like I usually do. So I think this movie is set in the X-Men universe, obviously. Apparently in a separate timeline.
Yep.
And the movie is about these group of kids who are in this facility that all have mutant powers, but they don't exactly know why they're really there, and they're being lied to, and that's basically all I can say without going into spoilers.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry, but this already happened, and for those that don't know and didn't watch the previous movie in which this timeline took place in, this takes place in the same timeline that Mystique died. So I don't want, if no one watched that particular X-Men movie, I am sorry if I spoiled it for you, but I just wanted to get it out there if anybody was confused that watched New Mutants and were kind of confused of which timeline this actually took place in.
And see, we were trying to figure it out while we were watching the movie when it takes place. Yeah, and actually, before it was even finished, I came up with the theory that it was an alternate timeline. And Paul was like, well, Paul was all for the whole, it's a prequel mindset. I was like, well, maybe alternate timeline. And Paul was like, and then
I considered it.
Yeah, you were still on the whole prequel aspect. And then we looked it up after all the credits were rolling. By the way, even though this is a Marvel movie, don't wait after the credits. There's no after credit scene. Yeah. Go ahead and say that right off the bat.
I was very disappointed.
Well, then it's the last X-Men under Fox we're getting.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little annoying if we got a tease for something that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, this movie also suffered. This movie apparently suffered. This movie, for the longest time, got delayed after delayed after delay. It got delayed because there were supposed to be some reshoots that didn't even happen, and some rewrites that didn't even happen, and so it did feel like it got delayed for no reason.
Yeah.
Especially because when I was okay. Full disclaimer: I have not seen any prior X-Men movie, not counting the Deadpool movies.
Which we should definitely do a sort of like marathon, X-Men marathon, to get you 100% caught up with the X-Men universe. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, the question a lot of people might have that want to see this movie that haven't seen the movies like I have: is this movie newcomer friendly? Yes, I think it is, because I was able to follow the whole story. This movie only mentions the X-Men once.
Actually,
twice, but it's in the same type of situation.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mention any X-Men by name or anything like that. It just mentions the team, the X-Men.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's I wanted a Marvel horror movie, and that's what I got.
Yeah, and it despite what everybody says, I thought it was a really freaking good movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, and seeing this in the month of October was definitely a fitting time. We've been trying to do this review, but every time Paul comes over, we always forget to record it.
Yeah.
So now we're finally getting it. This movie, though, let's start off with the characters. The characters? Pretty freaking fantastic.
Yeah, my favorite, of course, always as well as from the comics, being Danny Moonstar, who is the main character.
But yeah, the characters are done extremely well in this. The main girl, Danny, forgot the other girl's name.
What a killer last name, by the way, Moonstar. I really like that.
And this movie got a little bit of praise for almost not following the comics of the mutants at all.
Yeah.
So that's very rare for something to get praise for not following the source material.
Yeah. But if anybody's asking the question, if I am a original comic lover, will I like this movie? And yes, you will, because I was a huge fan of the original source material, and then I watched this movie, which was completely different. Of course, they had to make it different, considering that it was in a different timeline that didn't exist in the comics.
And also they were making it a horror movie.
Yeah, I really liked it. I really liked this concept. I love the fact that it is literally in the same timeline as one of my favorite X-Men timelines.
Now, one problem the movie did have when it came to characters was the fact that almost every character got a decent amount of screen time. The girls got more of the love in this movie than the guys did, which is a little disappointing, not gonna lie, because the guy characters are likable, but a lot of these characters do fall into the horror movie stereotypes, which is real. Them trying to differentiate themselves in horror movies, they kind of backed themselves into a corner as well, putting themselves right into them horror movie cliches. Because you got the jock, you got the B-word girl, you got the innocent girl, you've got the kind of the dumb, it's usually a dumb guy or a stoner. You got the dumb guy, and I don't know where Danny would fit into all that.
Danny would she's just the lead character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they legit, and the thing is, this movie doesn't have a lot of characters. It literally just has
like literally
6 characters.
Yeah, 6 because there are 5 of the teens, which make up the team of New Mutants, which make up the superhero team of New Mutants, and then there is the crazy doctor, who spoilers from the last movie, is not crazy in the other timeline.
Okay, so we can talk about the characters a little bit. One problem that I do have with this movie is the CG can be really spotty sometimes. Because a lot of the times, horror movies that use CG can look bad. And in some scenes, it does look bad in some scenes.
Yeah, but it's not
especially
like...
with the especially with that one scene with the you know what I'm talking about. That has something to do with the B-word kid girl.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's unbearably bad, but
it's not food fight levels of bad.
Yeah. But it's bad. Like some of the CG is
And
bad.
the movie also suffers from kind of an identity crisis. Because sometimes it can't decide if it wants to stick to the horror roots or if it wants to go superhero.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, especially at the ending when
Yeah,
they
with
were
that
fighting
bit,
the
that
demon
bit.
bear.
Yeah,
That's not that the demon bear was literally in some of the trailers.
I don't think so.
In one of the trailers, like when they first showed the movie, it was literally in one of the trailers, but you could barely see it for like.
Yeah, that's why we didn't know what it was.
I mean, yeah, but we still knew that it was a giant monster bear, or monster.
Well, yeah, I guess giant CG. Yeah, giant CGI monster fight scene.
Yeah.
But then there's like a lot of the moments where you don't like they try to make some of the characters' arcs justified, and sometimes it doesn't feel right. Like I said, the guys get the short end of the stick with this movie.
Yeah.
Which is a little disappointing because I feel like those characters could have done a lot better with what they were given. And the thing is, we're probably not going to see these characters again in a cinematic sense. I do not see Disney bringing them over. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Unless Disney decides... Obviously, this movie's not going to pull in a huge profit because of came out during the pandemic. So... honestly, I would be cool with a second one to this, but I'm also okay with it being a standalone.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm not gonna spoil this, but Danny and the other girl, I cannot remember her name. Not the mean girl, but the other one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You are going to like them.
I don't even remember her superhero name. That's how.
You are going to like them.
Yeah.
You are extremely going to like them because I like them.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a graphic novel, like if somebody would write, a graphic novel continuation
that continues in the continuity with this film.
Yeah, I would actually like that, honestly.
Interesting.
Because the New Mutants was originally a comic, so I feel like if they continued off the movie with a graphic novel, I think it could work.
Definitely. Because the movie is just was done. It was, and this movie has been kind of panned by critics. I think one of the big reasons is because of all the delays.
Yeah.
And everything, and yeah, in my opinion, it wasn't worth the wait. It was still good. Don't get me wrong, I liked the movie, and my opinion has shifted a little since I first saw it because I've had more time to think about it. No, I still liked the movie. Don't get me wrong, but I have when I thought about it, I've seen more of its flaws.
Yeah.
Do I recommend you check this movie out?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't say it's a must on the big screen. I'd say it's alright. It's enjoyable on the big screen, but it's not like an end-game level you gotta see this on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, you can go rent this or something. I'll definitely buy a copy of it on Blu-ray when it comes out.
Same.
But there's times where like the plot can get a tad bit predictable, but also I don't think it ruined it for it like with some movies it would.
Yeah.
Like, cause you like these characters the whole time. There's a few scenes that are dragged out a little bit, and the movie is short.
Yeah.
I believe it's like an hour and like 40 something minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it was literally an hour and like I believe 46 minutes, which was
that's
very short for a movie.
For a Marvel movie.
Yeah, for a Marvel movie.
That's probably the length
short.
of your average animated film.
Yeah.
Which is freaking insane. Which I walked out of that movie really surprised. I'm like, wow, that was short. I was really, really surprised by how short the movie was. Not only wrong, I think the movie probably wouldn't have worked if they would have tried stretching it to a 2.5 hour long movie. I don't think it would, especially because of the setting.
Well, I mean, if they added more lore, it would have, but I believe they probably wouldn't have done that, and it would have been a train wreck if they did add it long. if they added it long, they would have to add a few more characters to
Definitely.
actually
Because
expand it out.
Because the location and how many characters are in the movie.
Yeah, that many
wouldn't
characters
work
doesn't work for a long movie.
Yeah.
They would have to throw in something, like, they would have to throw in a few of the X-Men to actually expand something like that out, which I feel like if they do continue a graphic novel, like a graphic novel continuation of the movie, we will definitely see the X-Men sooner or later.
Okay, so something I want to bring up real quick. But let's go ahead and get our rating out of the way so we can get into spoiler territory.
Right.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Really?
Yes.
I give it a 4.5. I don't think it needs any higher because it does have its flaws and it does have its problems.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it nonetheless.
Yeah, it was such a good movie that, like, it doesn't deserve anything less than a 4 out of 5. Like, I mean, of course, it's not 5 status because it's not, like, there were just too many flaws to pick out, but it's a good movie nonetheless.
I feel like the goods outweigh the bads in this movie. But what's another movie? Okay, so now we get into spoiler territory. Okay, so the X-Men is not really mentioned in this, like I mentioned before. Like they're thinking they're being trained to be X-Men, but they're not. They're kind of being used to become like these super soldiers used for evil.
Yeah, they were gonna get brainwashed into actually, because that was the plot in Logan as well. So basically what they were going to do is they were going to do just like Logan. They take mutants and then they brainwash them to be evil to fight, to actually kill remaining mutants out there that are really powerful, which is, and also eventually take over the world, which is really dark when you think about it.
But this stuff is extremely, the movie does things, like I said, the CGI with some scenes, I can talk about the actual scene now.
With the monster scene with
the girl with the,
yeah.
I can't remember her name, but it had the freaking CGI smile like looking things. It just didn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, I could see what they were going for. They were trying to do like how she sees them in her head, which was an interesting concept,
But it not so well in execution.
yeah.
And like I said, they really struggle with leaning like I said, the movie has an identity crisis with like not knowing if it wants to stick full with the Marvel horror movie or if it wants to go with the normal Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It's like it's really battling with that concept. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say really.
Yeah, honestly.
I will say one thing, since we're in spoiler talk right now. Freaking Danny, and I forgot her freaking name.
We're just gonna call her a werewolf. We're for the sake of this video.
Well, yeah, now since we're in spoiler talk, we can say that stuff.
Yeah.
Wolf Girl. They wind up being a couple. And I literally looked at Paul before, as soon as they started talking on screen, I'm like, she likes her.
Yeah, it was a really cool movie, honestly.
And I don't know if there's anything else I can really say about it.
Yeah. Other than I definitely think you should check it out.
I really hope when this gets released on Blu-ray and stuff, it gets a steelbook. I would really like a steelbook of this movie.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this BTR
What
video.
are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm ending the video.
No. Get out of here. Go. Get it. You can't forget to take it off my channel. Alright, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Sorry about him trying to take over the channel. Let's hope that never happens again. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, you guys know the drill. Link to all my stuff is down in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.